Hello, traders. It is Thursday, May 21st. Let's find some day trades, swing trades, some option trades. Let's see what the market's got in store for us. We've had kind of a choppy day today, but that was expected. Hey, there's a bullish explosion alert. Let's go take a look at that. They're pop-ups that we see right on the screen. We'll click the chart. And I'm already familiar with this one because we have been getting explosion alerts on this stock from the very opening today. We have been making a killing on NBR. Members have been in and out of this stock so many times. Look at the thing run. It's gone basically from $24 up to $32. That is an $8 run. These explosion alerts look for very, very high volume and for price movement. So I know the average 20-day volume for every stock for every 5-minute increment. I collect tick data. When something unusual is happening, we get these pop-up alerts and we want to be all over them. I just saw another one come up, and that was on GMed. Haven't seen that one yet, so let's take a look at that. There we go. We've got one right out of the gate. This is a really good one. So I'm going to post this in the chat room because this is exactly the type that we look for. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a good one. Look at that. Breakout through horizontal resistance. You're seeing this real time. Breakout through horizontal resistance. Huge volume. Huge spike up. Blowing through this. This is going to be big news. This is the kind that we jump on right away. It's already gone up from $54 to $54.88 in the short time that we've been talking, and it was actually pending while I was looking at the other stock. So we are all over these as soon as possible. When you get these really long candles like this and they're breaking through horizontal resistance, there is news pending. The news hasn't even hit the wires yet. We've got to jump on these trades and get on them fast. We get these trades. Just one of these is enough to pay for an annual subscription to Option Stalker, and we hit them all the time. Now, there's a difference, and I might as well spend some time on the explosion alerts. When we get these alerts and you get something that looks like this, just buy the stock. Don't mess with the options. You don't have time. Just buy the stock and then let the stock run its course. I'm usually looking to get out of these with maybe, well, it depends on the price of the stock, but if I can make 10% on it, I'm very happy with that. So you're going to see this is going to continue to move higher. This is big news. GMed, Globus Medical. You're seeing it here real time. So other alerts like NBR are also excellent, but we need to be a little bit more careful with these. Now, this is a really nice one. We had these long green candles closing on their high. That's all good, but if we go into that daily chart, we can see there's another horizontal breakout right there. And so the stock is starting to move through it. So this is not bad, but oftentimes these bullish explosion alerts are just going to pick up stocks that have seen a lot of volume come in and they're very, very strong technically. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's news that's just come out on it. It just means that all of a sudden there's a lot of buying on the stock and it's starting to move higher. But when we get these massive breakouts through horizontal resistance like I just showed you, these are news, and it's usually takeover related. This is a biotech company. Perhaps they've got a vaccine that looks very promising. We'll keep an eye on this one. We're going to take a look at this, and I posted it. You can see closed on the high, next candle building higher. We caught this somewhere in the 53.50 level by the time I even put it up on the screen. So there's another one. We're getting them all over the place. Now this one I'm not as excited about. We'll go into the daily chart and you can see horizontal resistance right there, breakout. It's had good volume, continuing to push higher. I wouldn't chase this one. It's not the same as GMed. You can see it's had really nice, strong buying pressure in here. Big, big, big volume. Closing near the high of the candle, so these are really good. We want to see that bid maintained because if this were just a head fake, sellers would knock that thing right back down, right back down. So as long as this candle is closing on its high and we're getting another long green candle after it, we know that it's legitimate. And we've got the volume there too. But this is a fairly thin traded stock. If we see anything that's a mid-cap stock, gold, those stocks are harder to drive and move. And when we see them breaking out through horizontal resistance, we see a big cap stock. We saw eBay a couple of months ago. There's GMED again. So watch this stock. I'm going to depart from the bullish explosion alerts. They have been fantastic. We've been catching stocks every day on these, and it seems like there's so many newsy items hitting the wires right now, and these stocks are taking off. So it's been great. We've been able to find these trades even in a lackluster market like we have today. So let's take a look at the market and see what it's doing today. Not a whole lot. Look at this choppy price action. Yesterday, we're going to go back to the open, take a look at what happened on the open. So we had a nice little move higher yesterday with some green candles getting up to the high, and then we stalled instantly. Dojis all over the place. This suggests that there is selling pressure. So there's a lid, there's resistance building. We get a little bit of a blow off, and then we compress again. The rest of the day, we did a whole lot of nothing. You see mixed green and red candles in here. No pace, no rhythm, nothing. Well, this is the type of trading that you get heading into a 3-day holiday. And when you head into a long weekend like this, you might as well take Friday out of the equation because it's going to be slow. Might as well take Tuesday out of the equation because there's a holiday hangover. So we can expect very slow trading. Now, I tried to sell 4 bullish put spreads. I did my weekly swing trading video last night. We had this nice market pullback today, and we couldn't get filled on any of them. They didn't want to buy those put spreads from us. So it's too bad because I thought on a pullback like this, we had a chance to get filled on them. No go. But I am focused on bullish put spreads because I do have a bullish market bias right now. So the action today, up and down, really nothing going on. And then all of a sudden we broke down. Okay, still nothing to get too alarmed about. 2 red candles back to back, stacked one on top of the other. Then we take out the low here. We compress for a little bit, whoosh. Another one, whoosh. So we came down to the 293.75 level. I consider this to be noise, quite honestly. I said to everybody I was a little bit early on my longs, and, I'm hanging on to them. Now we've got NBR exploding again. I'm going to remove this one because it just keeps going higher. Gosh, this has been a really nice one. So in any event, back to the market, this low is going to hold, I believe. We have a higher low double bottom here. We've got a nice little upward sloping trend line. We've seen strength earlier in the week. We had that massive gap up on Monday right here. That's where we closed Friday. That was the gap up Monday. We went right back to the high of the range. And we've been creeping higher and actually getting above that 100-day moving average. Now, the market's really weak today, and it's at 295.38 right now. I still believe that we're going to try and close above that 100-day moving average or right on it. And you can see that comes into play at 296.65. So we need about another 12-point rally in the S&P 500, and we'll be there. Do we get it today? I don't know, but I think we do need to close above that 295 level. That's horizontal resistance before. Now it is horizontal support. And I think we're going to have a chance to continue to grind higher. This price action today, this is all noise. I think that we're going to take out this level and we're going to float right back up, probably close to that 100-day moving average. Finish the day right on it, somewhere around 296, 290, 296.75, maybe 297, right in this range here. And that'll set us up to possibly test that high from yesterday. Now, are we going to get up to the 200-day moving average? It's really close. We might. I feel that the bid to the market is really strengthening right now, and you can see that comes into play at 299.50 on the 200-day moving average. We've got economies opening up. The economies that have been open for the last week or more are actually showing a decline in new coronavirus cases. So healthcare officials have been warning that we're going to see a spike. It's not happening. That's giving other states a lot of encouragement, and they're reopening progressively now. People are protesting. They want to go back to work. So I feel that some of the panic that we saw a month ago is starting to wane. And if that continues, people go back to work, they see a backlog of orders, and they feel confident that their job security is good, then they're going to continue to spend. And we need that spending to help propel this recovery. Those are the factors that we're waiting for over the course of the next 3 or 4 weeks. Every week, we're going to get a little bit more information, and we'll get to gauge how the economy is opening up. Asset managers are erring on being long right now. They don't want to be in fixed income. It doesn't keep pace with inflation. They're losing money on a real term basis. So they are forced to be in the equity market. And why not? You've got the Federal Reserve with a gigantic safety net. Jerome Powell said in 60 Minutes last week, we've got a lot more that we can do. So they're going to flood the market with liquidity, prevent any kind of financial crisis. And then you've got fiscal stimulus waiting in the wing, another $3 trillion package approved by the House. Now, the Senate's not going to budge on this, but if we start to see a very sluggish recovery, you betcha they're going to step up to the plate and they're going to do what they need to get another tranche of money out. But they want to see where the inefficiencies are with their current PPP stimulus plan, and they want to plug the holes. They want to get money to small businesses and to individuals because they know that's where they'll get the most bang for their buck. So right now, I see this as noise, pre-holiday, choppy trading. I believe we're going to finish above that 100-day moving average tomorrow, Friday, and we could even finish right on the 200-day moving average heading into a major holiday. So I think this is a buying opportunity today. I see that higher low double bottom in here. So nice little uptrend right here. As long as this uptrend holds, we're in good shape. So I click the low here, and I click that right there. And now I've got my upward sloping trend line. I use this as my guide. I would also say that we'd like to get above that point right there, which is about SPY 296. Once we get above that, I think we've got a chance to perhaps even grind higher this afternoon. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to show you some stocks that I like. And I'm just going to go into my heavy buying search. And let's take a look at what we've got there. And I'm going to go right to one that I like. It's not particularly strong today. It tends to be a choppy stock. It moves intraday in a choppy type of fashion, but I do like that D1 chart. So let's go to it. I think this is going to be a nice swing trade. You can see this horizontal breakout right here at the 2850 level, and you can see these long green candles closing on their high. It does have earnings coming up on June 4th, so we've got a couple weeks to be long this. I like it. I think the stock is really, really strong. This is MRVL. And we'll take a look at other stocks that are coming up right now. Shop has been incredibly strong. You can see this breakout here. I do like Facebook. I like Facebook a lot. We're trying to sell a bullish put spread down here at the 225 level. And we're actually trying to sell down here because I felt that if the stock did retrace, it would find support here. But we have additional support right there on a horizontal basis. And we have been trying to sell the Facebook June 5, 215, 212.50 bullish put spread, and we've been trying to get 50 cents for that. I thought on this little pullback today we might get filled, but Facebook looks pretty good. Had a big run. I love that breakout. I expect this support level to hold. You can see the low of the day is still above the high from the prior day, so this support level should hold. I'm going to click the alert here, and we're going to put that line right there. Not a lot of relative strength right now. That's not a good thing. I mean, it's strong relative to the market in that the market is down and the stock is up for the day. But the price action here recently, you can see how the market has been trying to work its way higher here in the last 40 minutes. Not the stock, though. So this is one that I think you can look at for a possible swing trade, but I would prefer to sell an out-of-the-money bullish put spread, distance yourself from the action, and take advantage of that major horizontal support at the breakout right in there. I would want to be selling bullish put spreads down in here below that 220 level for sure, ideally around that 215 level. So I do also like Facebook. I almost forgot to mention, I always like to take a look at the stocks that I highlighted the day before, and AMAT has been a real dog of mine. I'm long this stock, but as long as that 100-day moving average is holding, I'm good with it. And I'm going to put the 200-day moving average up as well. This is my long of the day that I showed you yesterday. It did not perform as expected. You can see here that from the time the video was recorded in here, stock slid And then today, it's been down also. It's starting to find some support in here. You can see that 100-day and 200-day moving average coming into play here. I do like selling out of the money bullish put spreads on it below this technical support. It had a nice breakout, and now they're simply checking that breakout to make sure that buyers are still there. So I'm expecting this 54.40 level to hold on AMAT. I wanted to make sure that I was reviewing that. I also showed you Twitter yesterday. That, on the other hand, has been really nice. That was a nice pick. So I'm going to go into the 5-minute chart. You can see how the stock continued to move higher yesterday, closed on its high of the day, had a pullback today, but now it's right back on that high. I really like Twitter. We were also trying to sell an out-of-the-money bullish put spread on Twitter this morning. Even with the stock pulling back, no go, unfortunately. I was really hopeful that we might be able to get that trade off. So let's see if we can find anything else in here. I'm giving you some long picks. You know, you can really expect a lot of choppy price action the next 2 days and for it to be really dead on Tuesday when we come back. But I am expecting the market to be able to find a bid. I'm expecting it to be able to grind a little bit higher and get above that 200-day moving average. Right now, there's a little tension between China and the U.S., so there's a little squabble going on there. Trump's saying you guys caused the pandemic, you should have done more, you knew about it early. Trump's also trying to move some manufacturing out of China and provide incentives to U.S. manufacturers who bring their manufacturing back to the U.S. They're talking about having some tax incentives for that. So there's going to be some squabbling. I think it's only going to heat up into the election. So we'll see if that happens or not. But that's weighing on the market just a little bit. But this has been going on for a week, and the market's still been able to run up and challenge those major moving averages. So I don't think it's a big deal. I think that all of that trade war rambling has had less and less of an impact. A year ago, it sure would have made a big difference. Now, it's not as important. So you can see how Twitter is trying to break out to a new high today. So I still like Twitter today. It's got great relative strength. So I've given you some really nice stocks to take a look at. I like Twitter. I like Marvell, MRVL today. I also like Facebook. I like selling out of the money bullish put spreads on Facebook. And I'm just using these searches to go through and see if there's anything else that I like. NBR, super hot stock. I think it's one you can look at, but it's already made its move, so I'd be a little bit careful on that one. And some of these laggards that are bouncing as I go through this list, I see John Deere, I see Cummins Engine, CMI. I think you got to be careful with these laggards, especially real cyclical stocks, because it's going to take them a while to get their business back. Same thing with restaurants. You're seeing those stocks run higher. Casinos, they're moving higher, but I'm not buying into an immediate recovery for them because I think that people are going to be a little skittish going into crowds. So I think it's going to take a while for travel and entertainment industry to get its revenues back. So that's it for today. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so that you never miss another one of these videos, because in each one of them, I'll make sure to include actionable trades. And I'll also provide market commentary and lots of education as well. You can expect that the market should be able to hold this upward sloping trend line through the course of the day. I'm looking for us to grind back a little bit into the close. I'm looking for us to finish above SPY 295, and for sure, I'd like to see us close above SPY 296. That puts us within striking distance of that 100-day moving average for the close on Friday heading into Memorial Weekend. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.